Hello and welcome to Moviefone. Moviefone TV is your ticket to all that's new at the movies. Moviefone recommends. Based on a true story, a determined group of underdogs take on the world at the Berlin Olympics in the inspirational drama The Boys in the Boat, directed by George Clooney.
The Depression hit everyone hard. No jobs, no food. We were broke.
Looks like you still owe a balance on this semester.
First of all, it's an underdog story. I love sports films. I always have. And I wanted to tell a story about people coming together.
I hadn't read the book, but I was aware of it because I think it was published 10 years ago at this point, and I remember my entire family, and I just remember them raving about it.
The book was one of my favorite books. I read the book, we went after it, we didn't get it. It took a long time.
Well, what's that about making some money?
You're the rowing team. You're on it, you get a part-time job included, cheap place to live.
8-man crew is the most difficult team sport in the world. The average human body is just not meant for such things. Most of you will not be chosen.
Beautiful speech, Coach.
More than anything, those relationships remind me of certain father-son dynamics, you know, and every coach I ever had created that energy to me where I was like, I want to impress you because I feel like you're not impressed by what I was doing, probably because I was a terrible athlete.
Joe's like George, just a giving leader of a person. And I actually, to be honest, Joe's like someone I base my choices and my career around. I think he's one of the best actors around, and I look up to him anyway.
Washington Huskies coach is bringing an inexperienced boat to competition.
They said we couldn't compete with the richest schools in the nation.
The Washington boat has taken the lead. Washington has done it!
It's hard to shoot on water. Anybody who has any understanding of shooting would understand why water's so tricky. You're trying to get all these young men who've never rowed before to row and look good, and then they're rowing against a bunch of people who really know what they're doing.
In 3, 2, 1, row!
The biggest challenge was this 8 individuals learning to be one. That is the skill of rowing. You know, Joe says it at the end of the movie, we're never 8, we were 1. And when Daniel wanted to write the book about Joe, he said, you can write a book, it can't be about me, it's got to be about the boat.
That bunch of kids rowed like no one else that's ever come through here.
Everybody else tires, they just get stronger.
We have a boat that I believe could qualify for an Olympic spot.
George is just the best, and he shows up every day with this incredible positive energy, and he's just ready to tackle the day, and he's in high spirits, and you know, when you have a leader like that, everybody matches that energy.
Stay with him until he finishes the first line, and when Joel starts to talk, then you can make the move.
The secret awesomeness of being an actor and deciding at some point you're going to direct, or when you do, is that you've had a front row seat watching so many different directors conduct themselves, you know, over a months-long shoot, and you get to learn and kind of observe and
pick and choose a little bit from whom you like. Also, I have to say, you know, when you work with an actor who has directed, he understands, you know, we're losing the light and we got to get this, and he's like, why don't if I walk over from here to here, I can shorten that issue. And you go, that would really be nice if you could do that.
And he's so prepared too, you know, that's like the thing. He knows what's going on. He's editing in his head as we move, and I learned a lot from him. I really did.
As one!
Here's what's hot on screen. A worldwide conflict reaches astronomical proportions for a group of international astronauts in the high-stakes thriller I.S.S., starring Ariana DeBose.
From all of us down here in Mission Control, welcome to space.
The Russians always knock 3 times. I think it's just a superstition.
I was excited to receive a script that is not necessarily like scripts that I've received in the past. That was very exciting for me to imagine playing in this new playground of sort of sci-fi and bigger toys and all this. So that was exciting. For me, honestly, though, that there was this really rad plot
Well, I thought this character was so different from anything I'd ever taken on before. At that point, I'd only really made movie musicals.
We don't talk politics. Here we're one.
Hey, guys.
Wait a minute, what the hell is going on down there?
Oh, whoa.
We gotta get out now, guys.
Let's get out.
Oh, my God.
I said yes to this project at first. In the back of my head, I was like, they're gonna put me in an anti-gravity chamber, and then they're just gonna shoot that. No, definitely didn't happen that way.
Garrett Reisman was the NASA consultant, so he answered all my stupid, you know, when someone says like, there are no stupid questions, there were a lot of stupid questions. Like, I was like, I have no idea, like, what is this thing, you know, and how does it launch up there? How do you get up there? How do you get off? And he had been on the space station. So a NASA consultant was super helpful.
We achieved this zero gravity simulation through harness work. I and my colleagues, we trained for about 2 weeks to learn the dynamics of how you hold your body in a harness. And so there was a great deal of sort of like rehearsal, very efficient rehearsal and choreography.
War has broken out below. And we were told to take the I.S.S. by any means necessary.
They have created a familial bond in a way. And then once they receive these external directives, everything is called into question.
The Russians got the same orders as us. And they just struck first.
Struck first.
I do feel like it is about me imagining that my hopes, dreams, fears, my family, my friends, my children, the things I hold dear are only as good and only protected if your hopes, dreams, family, things you hold dear are protected.
What do you do when, you know, your authority figure or sometimes your country says you need to do this at all costs? What does that mean to you? How far are you willing to go? And I think that answer is different for everyone.
Up next on Moviefone TV, Lucy Hale and Nat Wolff. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it.
I love these types of movies. I have read a lot of them. I've been in a lot of them.
Moviefone Spotlight. A disastrous fling leads two romantic burnouts on a 24-hour confessional through their past relationships in the comedy Which Brings Me to You, starring Lucy Hale and Nat Wolff.
I've had too many girlfriends over the past couple years. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Tell me.
What?
I'll give you some of this pie if you tell me more about your past.
I love these types of movies. I have read a lot of them. I've been in a lot of them, but this one felt really unique. There's something about visually seeing who these people were that I feel like you care more about the love story.
When I read a script, I just look for, is Lucy Hale attached? And then if she's attached, boom, sign me up.
It's not like I don't come with my own complications.
We're engaged.
Oh!
Wait, you were engaged?
It's so rare to read a script or see a movie where you see characters at different times in their lives and from so many different angles and their best moments and their worst moments. Bringing this to life and giving an audience the feeling that I was having while reading it, we could make something really special.
It lasted 13 days.
Impressive.
That is incredibly insulting. But I see what you mean.
What really struck me about these characters in this story was the weight of history. That kind of started to spark some ideas about where we would set this movie, you know, and trying to set it and find locations that had a sense of history. And I think that all of that comes together in an interesting way that makes the film feel current, but also timeless.
He was really loose with us with the script, and we got to sort of personalize things, and we spent about a month, the three of us, working on Zoom on the script, and and finding ways to bring it towards us. And then on set, Lucy and I got to improvise a lot and play around, and it was weirdly effortless, the whole process.
I like this chick. She's really hot.
I know. Just wish I would have ended things more gracefully.
You ever see her again?
I think we knew how visually we were going to capture it with wardrobe and like hair and everything. We see the subtle changes between each relationship, and I think for me, I wanted Jane to sort of embody whoever she was dating.
This would never work. You are someone who cannot be counted on.
You've run out on every guy you've ever been with.
I think that especially for people like Will and Jane who have had a lot of romantic traumas, I think that this is going to be the healthiest way for them to have a real shot at a pure, more honest romance.
But maybe you and I could figure it out together.
It's extra hard when you've had negative experiences in the past, because then you expect that the future is going to repeat the past. And so part of that leap of faith is accept the past, but also let go of it and move on into the future with your arms open.
Usually I feel so alone in my memories, but it's different with you.
I'm happy to tell you a few more embarrassing stories about my love life.
Well, I promise not to laugh.
I do think that couples could learn a lot from past relationship mistakes in order to avoid those pitfalls.
Relationships are scary, life is scary, but it's also, a wonderful adventure.
I promise not to laugh much.
Find it, watch it. Based on the best-selling book series, a young demigod embarks on a quest to unravel his extraordinary destiny in the family adventure Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Perseus. That's me.
Mm-hmm. That's who you're named after.
Because he was a hero?
Because he was brave and kind and against all odds, he managed to find his way to a happy ending.
A choice was made early on that I think was easy for everybody to buy into, to start fresh. We were starting back with a book on paper and imagining it from there with no limitations, no sense of anything it owed anything to other than the source material and its fans.
I'm used to the world feeling weird to me. Like a puzzle with half their own pieces.
I'm very excited, and at the same time, I'm a little nervous, I don't know what people are gonna think. I hope they like it.
We did do a worldwide search, but John, I remember the moment he called me and said, dude, get online, look at this first audition. And we knew it right away.
Percy, you are special. When you're ready to hear what the gods have in store for you, they'll tell you.
I did read the books and I was familiar with them before I had got the part.
I think we've given them everything they need to like it. It's very, very faithful to the books, which I think is very important.
The stories I have told you about great gods and monsters, they are real.
I feel like in this first book, I feel like it's definitely went from stranger enemies, basically. Like I feel like they were already enemies before they even knew each other. It was like when I first saw him, I was like, you're already getting on my nerves. Are you gonna keep talking or are we gonna go on the quest now? Like it was very much like that, and I felt like at the end, going into the second book, that's when it starts to build into a friendship.
Percy Jackson, your father needs your help. The Master Bolt has been stolen. If you don't return the bolt, there will be war. That is your quest.
Rover is a very emotional character. He has a very deep understanding of, how people are feeling around him, and I think that's what helps Percy in both, on both sides of the mist, I guess.
A quest is always undertaken by three.
Demigods process reality differently. We gotta figure out what you're good at.
Should I try again?
No!
This is both a portrayal of a book that Rick wrote a long time ago and a contribution to that story in some new ways.
Maybe I won't even need a sword. I need a sword.
Coming up on Moviefone TV, Thomas and Mackenzie and Anne Hathaway.
I remember thinking this is about someone who's howling in pain without making a sound.
In case you missed it, an exhilarating new relationship takes a dark and sinister turn as Thomas and Mackenzie and Anne Hathaway star in the psychological thriller Eileen.
Listen up. This young lady is our new prison psychologist. She may be easy on the eyes, but I assure you, she is very smart.
I'm Rebecca.
I know. My thoughts when I first received the script was kind of like, what is this? It's its own kind of film. It's not really something that you can categorize. And I was curious, just kind of curious about where it was going to go.
When I first read Eileen, the script, I remember thinking this is about someone who's howling in pain without making a sound.
I knew that I was writing a novel, but I knew that I was writing a novel that took a lot from cinema. And partly that's in the genre of the noir, and also in the way that it kind of puts one character really up close and personal.
Nasty habit. That's why I like it. I live a little differently than most people. They're probably scared of you.
We started with the book actually all together, and I felt very privileged to be part of the development of the idea because I got to see them work.
It was a joint effort in collaborating around a character that was someone that we knew from the book as a character that thinks and feels a lot, but we needed to figure out together how that would come across on screen.
It was just really fun to take what's a first-person narrative that heavily relies on the interiority of the character and to make it third person and really up the dramatic elements of the plot and story.
Prison is no place for a young lady. You got a big life ahead of you, I'm sure.
I'm just kind of average, I think.
You really think you're a normal person? I bet you have brilliant dreams.
I can honestly, hand on heart, say that we got our first choice actors for these two roles. And it's only because we had such a fantastic script, I think, that they would agree to do it.
I was really drawn in by the character Eileen and by the opportunity to kind of delve deep into her psyche and to work with such incredible creatives as well.
Otessa and Luke, any questions? Everything was a very, very open process. But I didn't have that many questions because I felt like it was this fantastic puzzle.
I have my own ideas.
Kind ideas.
You can never tell anyone, do you understand? Promise me.
Okay. She's like grown up with very few positive influences in her life. She's lost her mum, her sister's abandoned her, her dad isn't a particularly nice person to be around. She's very isolated and has very little hope around her.
My character is meant to show Eileen who she could be. She's meant to be someone, she's meant to kind of be this jolt of energy and this dash of hope. But when you're in a landscape that is so scarce of hope, you wind up maybe putting your faith in the wrong person.
The only way out's for someone to die.
Stay tuned. There's more coming up on Moviefone TV. Thanks for watching Moviefone TV. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it,